Hey, what's up, guys? So on this video, we are going to go over arguably the most important part of the whole course, which is like how to actually do everything that we're talking about, like how to actually send 300,000 plus DMs per month. And then we're going to go into how to scrape leads, how to like input the script, which will be part of the whole setup, and then how to send a ton of volume, right? And then for the non-scalable version, so this, when we go over like how to scrape leads, this will also be how to create a dream client list. All right. And then for the non-scalable, you don't really need a tool. You could potentially use a tool like Drippy, which is what we'll be going over. But I'll show you once we're on Drippy. So right off the bat, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to drippy.ai. And so this is what you're going to be prompted with. I don't know why my face just got bigger, but okay. So this is what you're going to be. Okay, there we go. This is what you're going to be prompted with. And then you're just going to want to hit get started for free. And then once you're in, you're going to be prompted with some kind of screen similar to this. But the important part is that you'll see the same thing here up top, right? You'll see the same thing here up top. And so what you're going to want to do, ideally, you want to go through these videos right here. This is honest, like what I'm recording right now is honestly an updated version or an updated version of everything on here. Offer creation, this goes over some different concepts that honestly I think could be useful if you're still having trouble thinking about what you're actually going to be sending, how to optimize your profile. This is pretty much the same thing. How to set this one is what I'm recording right now. Like literally this exact video is just an updated version of this tracking. So I highly recommend you guys go through these as well. And so what we want to do first off is we want to go to find leads. And so once we hit find leads, we're going to hit new lead source right here at the top left-hand corner. Then we're going to go to lead scraper. If we were doing the non-scalable version, then we could potentially hit CSV import to then import our list of dream clients. And then each dream client would ideally have a personalized script. And then we would be able to make the non-scalable scalable. It's just that making a CSV file with say 1,000 of your dream clients with specific messages for each one of those. I mean, if you're down to do that, then by all means, I think that would be a really, really effective way to go about this. But if not, then we can just go for the scalable and then just do this manually. Okay. So going back in here, ideally you want to be doing lead scraper. So we hit lead scraper, and then you can either do tweet source or account source. And so here's the difference. So most of the time we do account source just because of the volume, but this is what tweet source would mean. So say we were here and then we wanted to scrape everyone, or we want to send a message to everyone that interacted with Chase's post right here. So we would take this and we would take this link, and then that's what we would paste here in tweet source. And then it would let us message all these people, right? So let me just wait for it to load. Actually, now that I think about it, oh, there we go. Okay, so we can hit all the retweeters and then all the likers, and then we can add that source, and then we could add another source, and then we're going to go into account source. So most of the time, just being transparent here, all I do is account source. I pretty much never do tweet source, just because like the volume is nowhere near the same. But say wanted to add an account source. So what we would have to do here is we would have to look at who, number one, like you need a deep understanding of who your ICP is. And then number two, you need to know, or we need to figure out who your target audience, or who has the attention of your target audience. So I think if we were trying to hit anyone in like the agency space, in the e-com space, email marketing space, then obviously Chase would be a great one to go off of. So we would just go to Chase's Twitter profile. We would take the link, and then we would go into account source, and then we would paste the link right there. It's going to start loading once again. So these were unselected. You want to select both of them, or it depends. If you just want to message the people that he's following, then just hit this one and unselect followers. If you want to hit everyone, then just go for both. Then you want to hit add source. And then right now we have 140,000 potential leads just because of Chase's really big following. But say we wanted to reach out to some other, say we were doing ecom, right? And let's just say you don't know who to reach out to for ecom, or this is like your first time doing this. So you kind of like, you're never on Twitter, right? So you kind of don't know who is on ecom. couple ways to go about this. So first of all, we can just go off of Chase and we can go into his following, and then we can honestly do control find ecom, and let's see. So become, okay, so this is kind of funny because it says become ecom Chase, become, who else? Okay, here we go, another one, ecom emails, 13K. So there we go. If we're going for ecom, then this is probably a guy that we should also be scraping. So there we go. We can add another account source, paste. And this typically works, like if you want the highest quality, go off of really high quality accounts like Chase's, and then just go after who he is following. All right. And then once we find, say, this one, Matthias, then we can add him. And then we can do the same thing for this guy. So we go to following. And then again, if we're going for ecom once more. And then let's see, Kyle Hunt, ecom growth and investing. Okay, there we go. We have another 15.5K guy. There we go. And then that's kind of how you want to start building your list. If you don't know, odds are you probably are on Twitter and you kind of know who has your target audience's attention. But if you don't, this is like, all you need to do is just find one, which you could probably do. Like if we searched up ecom right here, obviously because I follow Chase, but if I just ecom and then hit search, and then we did top. Okay, so these are all guys I'm following, but let's go to the people I don't follow. So, okay, this guy says ecom landing pages, or people that I don't have anything in common with. So Ping SEO, ecom escape, this guy, and then let's see who he follows, because he doesn't have a lot of followers, but he probably ecom. Okay, so there we go. Ecom geek. Okay, so there we go. 16.4K, right? There we go. And then that's kind of how you want to start building your list. Again, so that's one, right? Just going off of one person that you know has your target audience's attention, and then kind of looking at who they follow with the keywords, and then going off of there. Another one is honestly just using ChatGPT. If you have no clue, you can just go to ChatGPT and ask it. Just be like, hey, I am looking for the top e-commerce voices on Twitter. Can you give me a list of 10 people that I should probably follow? Then it's going to give you a list, right? And then if you want more, then you can do give me 10 more, and then give me 10 more, give me 10 more. ChatGPT is weird in the way in the way that if you tell it to give you 100, it won't. But then if you tell it to give you 10 times, it will give you 100. So it's weird. So you just kind of have to play with it and kind of see what it is, or how it's kind of going about stuff at that point in time. Because obviously it might change like from when I'm recording to when you're actually seeing this. But yeah, those are like the two main ways to go about this. And obviously everything you ideally want to have on a Google Sheet. And then, so you just want to make leads. What I typically do is I do leads, and then I do keywords right here. So all my leads, or all my lead sources, are going to be right here. So these guys would all be my lead sources. And then my leads would be my keywords would be right here. And then ideally you want to make this a huge list before you start off any campaign, so that then whenever you run out of leads, like you don't have to go through this process again. So typically once you're like in that little train where you're just going for, okay, let's see who he follows, control ecom, and then you find, okay, the ecom wizard. So this guy, again, another 20K. So once you're like, and then ideally what I would do if I already think I have enough leads, then I would just add them to the list, and then I would just keep the list going until I have maybe like 100 of these, or 50 to 100. And then that's how I build my lead list. Okay. So number one, that's really important. Oh, we have this guy twice. Okay, so we can add another account source. I think I messed up with one of them, but we can just add this guy, 22,000 followers, and there we go. So this is really important. Like the quality of the sources are really important, but even most important, if not more, like equally as important or even more, are the actual keywords. Okay, so we're gonna hit next, and then we're into filters. Filters, my favorite filters are always going to be bio, because this you can really control. And so I typically just add a list, but let me get into how to do that. So you want to have a Google Sheet right here. And then based off of the people that we scraped, we just want to go in here. So let's go back. And then ideally we'd look at, so let's go all the way back to Chase. So we're here, right? So we're at Chase, and say again, we want to do ecom. So everyone that has ecom in their bio, what else do they have? So first of all, e-commerce. What else do they have? So this guy, ecom emails, my A team turns Klaviyo. So Klaviyo might be a good one, right? Or maybe not, because if we're targeting ecom, then Klaviyo would only be ecom owners or ecom agency owners, so probably not them. But let's see, who would we want to? So this guy, CEO of Ridge, right? So he's in ecom. So we would have CEO, and then he also has building, right? So that's probably a good one. That's one that a lot of like business owners have to, or just like not necessarily ecom business owners have, but just like business owners in general. That's kind of how it goes with targeting here. Like you will, again, machine gun approach with a scalable outreach. So you will kind of message people that aren't your specific ICP, but then you'll also be hitting a lot of your ICP. So e-commerce CEO, building, and then let's see, what else do we have in here? Ecom, we have ecom. Okay, there we go. So now we can go Sean Frank, then we can look at who he's following. And we're going to do this again. This guy, building, I run for fun, e-commerce, helping e-com brands scale. Scale might be a good one, right? And I guess this list is being built out more for like e-com agency owners, but then they would have like help. They would have e-com brands scale. Figures might be a good one. Figures, marketing maybe. Marketing, kind of a vague one, but still marketing. And then let's see who she follows. And then co-founder. So this guy's huge ecom guys. So built. So this is actually an ecom guy, not just an ecom agency, but I guess we're kind of building. I guess if you were reaching out to like e-commerce brands, then you could reach out to both. Again, this has to do with list segmentation. So you want to like segment your list to where maybe your ICP could be like ecom store owners, or brand owners, but you can reach them through agency owners that have ecom stores as clients, right? So and that could be another message. So again, lots of creativity here, lots to do. But say for example, this guy, so founder, CMO, Avi, paid ads. So ads might be a good one. Ads, built. You already have brand, not built, and then co-founder might be a good one. Co-founder, right? And so basically you just want to go through and look at look for your ICP in here, right? Or just based off of the people that you're scraping, and then look at what keywords they have, and then you want to build out the most complete list of keywords that you possibly can, and then that is going to be what we're going to input to Drippy. So on Drippy, we used to only be able to do like word for word, but now thank God, and my guy Jayan, the dev, found a way to do, or he added a feature where we can just quick add, but they need to be separated by commas. So what we're going to do is we are going to use a feature called concat. So we're going to do equals concat. Then we're going to, no, not that. We're going to take this comma. Oh no! I did it wrong. Wait. So what I do, and I'm not a Google Sheet expert by any means. So what I do, and this is like the easy way to do it. There's probably like some really cool way to do this, but I'm not good at Google Sheets. So this is how I do it. So I do equals, and then I do concat, and then I do this one, comma, and then that equals, and then there we go. So now we have all the keywords with commas after it. Then you're going to just copy this column right here. We're going to go to Drippy. We're going to paste. Delete the last one, and then we're just going to accept. And there we go. Now it won't let you add the lead. So what you're going to do is you need to add another element. I don't know why it does this. So you just do it. So then we're going to do DTC, right? So just the last word, just add it manually, and then you can just add a filter, and then there you go. And then you can save it. And then every time you go through this, you can just add it right there. So it'll be super simple. Also, another big one is number of followers. So depending on how, like typically, again, it depends on the niche. So you really have to know the niche, but most likely than not, if you're having a lead quality issue, just up the number of followers. So let's only reach out to people with over 5,000 followers, and then that'll probably be a more high quality list. You can exclude bio content. So anyone that you don't want to reach out to, you can just exclude. Number of people they're following, number of tweets. Then you're just going to hit next, and then we're just going to name it Chase Diamond Test. Then we're going to do that, and then March. So this is what I typically name them. So it's going to be the name, and then it's going to be the date. Then we're going to hit save. Then we're going to do a new cold DM automation right there. It's going to take the existing list. Then we are going to select generator type. Then here you can either do an AI generator or a script personalizer. And so now this is where we are going to write our scripts. So say we were targeting e-com stores. So what are we're going to do email marketing for e-com stores. And this you just kind of have to fill out, but don't worry too much about it if you're not going to be using ChatGPT. So I typically do, hey, first name, exclamation point. Everyone does this, but here's the secret. So I do it, and then I do 2 spaces, and then I go to split messages, and then I hit this. So that whenever we send a message to Charlie right here, this is what he's going to see as the preview. So this is honestly super key, and I see no one talking about this. Like, essentially, you can like the preview. You can make the preview be whatever the heck you want it to be, and that's essentially the subject line, the equivalent of a subject line on email, right? So you can do like, hey, Charles, and then do spaces and then have that be the first message, and then send whatever you want the subject line to be, like want free scripts, right? Can I send you free scripts? Send you some free scripts. They made our clients over this script framework, this email script framework made, and then you can either do like just write the name of the client, this made, or just do one of our clients 100K in the last month. Can I send you some free email scripts? Hey, can I send you this email script framework? Send you some free scripts, right? And I guess I would do this, like free scripts. Can I send you some free scripts without explaining that it's an email script, because this is what they're going to see, right? So if you hit generate, this is what they're going to see. This email. So honestly, this isn't like the best piece of copy, but it's intriguing enough to where we might be getting some cool responses with this. If we could use one of the case, like a case study in here, it would be way, 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 way better. But it's just like a quick example of kind of why I would do, hey, first name, send that, and then utilize the first like 15 characters to make it like something really, really attention grabbing. And obviously, like I didn't do any research behind this. I don't know if people in e-com actually want email scripts or kind of what they do. I'm not like, that's not my niche. That's not my expertise. And I haven't done any research. But something like this for, say, like just some regular like cold email will probably work, because like it's a freebie, it's easy to say yes to, and you show your right, like I guess this helps with the perceived likelihood of achievement. Like, hey, if I'm looking for scripts, this guy will make me some cool scripts for free, and they made someone else 100K just within the last 30 days, right? And so if you combine this with a good profile, like we talked about how to optimize, then I think this would honestly work pretty well. Lots of optimization still to do with this specific script, but it's just an idea, and I don't think it'll be. I don't think this would perform too bad. Then something you could also do, which I honestly don't do enough, but you could do custom personalization. So you can add that and be like, insert custom compliment about why the custom line about why the prospect would be an ideal fit for our service, right? So we can do that. And then let's hit generate, and then let's see what it says. Oh, right. So right here, it's probably not going to be too good because we can do ChatGPT 4, and then we can add the creativity on here to 1, and then we can have it look into the website and then look into the tweet con. So now if we, what does it say now? Loading data, passionate about marketing. So it's basically just like just copy and pasted this because it was at 0 creativity, and we did not let it use like tweets or website. But let's see what it says now with ChatGPT 4, scripts, website. So let's see. Hey, given your passion for marketing, I believe you have an ideal fit for our service. Right. So it's a little bit better. Again, I'm not a huge fan of using AI, but it is something that you can use. Just play with it, tweak it around, and you should be able to get some really, really good scripts going with that. We do it for some of our clients, and it works really well if you get the right prompt. The only thing is, and just be careful, because this message right here with ChatGPT 4 and then all these things costed, or the cost for it was five credits. And then if we go back to no AI, no this, none of that, and we generate, it'll be like 0.3. And or 1. So that, I don't know why it went all the way up. Oh, because we're doing ChatGPT 4. If we do 3.5 and then we hit it, there we go, 0.03, right? So this is like, you can send a lot more of these for a lot cheaper than if you're sending like the really, really AI messages. So just be careful with that. We hit next, and then we can do follow-ups. You can add as many follow-ups as you would like. I typically, like my follow-ups, I typically just do 2 follow-ups just to not be, just because like, again, especially for like clients, I don't want people to think that we are spamming even if the messages are good. So typically do like, hey, just wanted to make sure you got my last message. Twitter, something to make it seem human, like Twitter. Twitter's crazy for me sometimes. Just thought you might want some really cool, some really high converting scripts. Hey, shoot free, so no free scripts. They're getting us 27% positive replies. Reply rate. We're averaging a 27% positive reply rate with them, right? Something like that. And then just hit next, and then you can give the automation a name. So again, I would just do Chase Diamond, and then I would do the date, March 31st. I would start off with just 6 messages per hour, and then I would go into advanced settings. Advanced settings, super, super key. Super key. So you always want to do skip previously contacted. You can use auto like to get some quick results, but odds are your account can get like flagged if you do auto like. It's a lot more likely. Use the do not contact list. Remember to add. So I'll go into how to add a do not contact list, but just make sure that you add everyone that you don't want to be sending a message, and ideally people that like your current clients. I typically add on there, people that kind of like will screenshot stuff and then put it around everywhere. If you care about that, then just add it to the DNC list, and then your dream clients as well, because you want to be reaching out to them manually. So do not contact list. We'll go into that right now. AI language check, like if your ICP speaks English, then just do that. Go in here, and then you can add English. You can add as many as you want. So yeah, it just depends on who your ICP is. Activity check, if you know your audience is, or say, I don't know, if you did like ghostwriting services on Twitter and you needed to reach out to like other creators, then they probably are posting pretty frequently, right? So you'd want to do it like 7 days. Auto follow, it works, but honestly now it's getting kind of predictable. Like every time I get a follow and then like a like on my pinned post, then I just know there's going to be a DM coming within like 30 seconds. So again, it honestly might just be that I'm too close to the source. But yeah, it works well because people will see you, and then it does kind of make it a little bit more likely for people to reply. But the auto follows, auto likes, you just got to be careful because then it'll mess up like your ratio and stuff, and it can get your account flagged. So just be careful with that. Auto retweet, pretty much the same thing. Prevent cross account duplicates. Like on this account, we're running like 20 Twitter accounts. So you always want to have this turned on just because you don't want to send messages to people from different accounts. Everyone does it. I don't understand why. Um, but yeah, just hit this because I hate when I get the same message from like 4 different accounts with this like same exact message for different accounts. It's like, and they all look the same. So yeah, just do that. And then AI location check. Again, if you are only reaching out to like people in the US or whatever, you can just go in here and then choose as many as you can. And then if you mess up, you can just re-click and then you're good. And then that's all you got to do. Then you just hit start automation and then you are rolling. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I hit everything. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. Now, if you want to do volume, then you want to either make a couple accounts, you can buy accounts. Ideally, what you want to do is you either want to make accounts or just buy accounts, get them all verified, and then just get them all on Drippy. And then so you can do that with like a couple accounts up to like maybe 5 to 10. And then if you want to scale to like 100 accounts, 150 accounts, 900 accounts, whatever it is, then honestly, just come to us because it's a big pain. And we have the team to do it. We've done it a bunch of times, so we can just do it really quickly for you. Or if you want to just go through that pain, then by all means, just do it yourself. But if you want us to take care of it for you, then we can do that and we can run the whole thing. We can make your campaigns, your scripts, all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please let me know if you have any further questions. Really excited for this video, honestly, because I think it's going to give you guys some great results. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys, and we'll speak soon. Peace.